वंदे गुरुपदद्वन्द्वं भक्तबिन्दसमन्वितं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वन्दे नित्यानन्दसहोदितं श्रीनन्दनन्दनं वन्दे राधिका चरणोदयं गोपीजनसमयुक्तं बिन्दावनं मनोहरम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं हैतगिरिं यत्किपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। वृन्दावै तुलसीदेव वै पिया वै केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्तिपदे देवी सत्त्ववत्त्वयि नमो नमः। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयो मुदीरये। संकीर्तने कृष्ण कथोपदेशे गौरीयपत्रस्य प्रकाशने च सदानुरक्त गुरु भक्ति युक्त भक्ति प्रमोदाक्ष जगोद्वरुन् देयं सदा परिभवग्नमभिष्टदोहं तेथास्पदं शिवविरञ्जनुतं शरण्यं वेत्तात्युहं पुनतपाल्भवाद्दिपूतं वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दं यत्पादपल्लवनखचन्दमनिच्छटाय विस्फुरिजितकमपि गभवतु स्वदर्शि पूर्णानुरागरससागरसारमूर्ति साराधिकामयि कदा मां करोषि। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तबिंद। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तबिंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आजानुलंबित भुजो कनकावदातो संकीर्तनैकपितरो कमलायताक्षो विशाम्बरो द्विजवरो जुगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमामि गंगे तव पादपङ्कजं सुरासुरैर्वन्दितो दिव्यरूपं भुक्तिं च मुक्तिं च ददासि नित्यं भावानुरूपेण सदा नराणां। गङ्गातरङ्गरमणीयजटाकलापं गौरी निरन्तरविभूषी त्वभागं। नारायणो प्रियमनङ्गमदापहारं वाराणसीपुरपति भजवीशनाथं। वागीशजुष्वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्य च वक्षसि यस्यास्ति हृदयसंवित् त्वं सिंहमहं भजे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Vipradisaraguna jutadaravindonabho Padarvinda vimukhat sapacham varishtam. Vipradisaraguna jutat aravindanabho Padarvinda vimukhat sapacham varishtam. Gauriya Goshtipati.
Gauriya Goshtipati. Shri Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, Paramahans Jagat Guru, told that Kanak Kamini and Pratishtha Bhagini, Gauriya Goshtipati, Shri Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, Gauriya Goshtipati, Shri Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, Paramahans Jagat Guru, told that you are actually leaving it, or whether I am leaving it, this is all useless talks. That Kanak Kamini Pratishtha Bhagini, I can't leave at all. That is one kind of very chronic disease. That there is only one remedy for that. That is that to get the shelter of pure Guru Vaishnav's lotus feet, and no other remedy is there apart from that. That in Bhagavad Mahapuran also, their solution is given in that. And lot of positions, the solution is given there. That apart from Guru Seva, that by doing pure Guru Vaishnava Seva, an earth can go away by that only. That apart from that, there is no other pathway open for you, for a bonded jiva. That Kanak Kamini Pratishtha Bhagini, when they are actually leaving me and going away, that Pratishtha, just like a tigress, she is going away, then the actual point of Hari Bhajan can start. Then the actual arrangement of Hari Bhajan can start. Before that, it can't be done at all. That apart from Guru Seva, Prabhupada speaking, that there is no other pathway for the actual Mangal of bonded Jiva. That apart from Guru Seva, that to get our actual Mangal, there is no other pathway open for us at all. That those who are all the time going to donate that Mangal, they are Mangal Murti, actual Vigrah of Mangal, that Bhagwan, that the actual instructions of Bhagwan they are taking, that they are actually getting instructed by Bhagwan to do that. They are topmost Mangal Murti, they are the topmost Mangal Data, that only benediction giver of to the bonded jivas. Just by not taking their darshan, how we can get that Mangal? Param Pujyavad Keshav Goswami writing that Mangal Murti, that Gurudev is Mangal Murti. So Gurudev is actually coming from that Vaikuntha Jagat. He is actually topmost Mahajan, eternal Parshad of Bhagwan. Or you can also speak this, that Bhagwan Balram Swayam himself in the form of pure Guru Vaishnava is coming on this material earth, material planet. This can also be the meaning. That by just leaving them, by just leaving their association, there is no other pathway open for us at all. Every pathway will get closed.
Thanks to Bang Satsu Yasasya Sangha, Mande Guru Sicha.
That Guru Kripa is the topmost absolute Mangal for each and every bonded Jiva. That is the fundamental for every bonded Jiva. That just by taking this Guru Kripa, whether I have done something for this, I have doing something to get that Guru Kripa, that only I am just taking external Diksha. Diksha means I am just taking one so-called Diksha I am taking. I have done nothing apart from that. What I have done, you tell me. That Guru Kripa, in order to get that, I have done something? Nothing I have done at all. How I can get Guru Kripa, then you tell me. So, the Prabhupada speaking that I will be just leaving my false ego and onto the lotus feet of Guru Pad Padma. I am actually doing Dandavat onto his lotus feet all the time. And I am Droshta, that I am the enjoyer, I am the seer. This kind of false ego, what is there inside me, that I am the Droshta, I am the enjoyer, I am the seer. This kind of false ego, what is there inside me, just by leaving that, that is called actual, that I am nothing at all, that I am the doer. This doership mood that I am actually leaving, that what kind of doership, that bhav is there, that is called durbuddhi, that is lack of actual knowledge, that can only be given away by Guru Padma's Kripa, that I am the doer, that this kind of doership what is there in me, that kind of durbuddhi, just by the Kripa of Guru Padma can get vanquished very easily. Otherwise, there is no pathway open for us to that it can get vanquished. I am Bhagavad Sevak. This kind of true ego, actual ego, that I am the actual servant of Bhagwan. This kind of transcendental ego, what is there, was we can only get by the actual Kripa of Guru Padma only. It can just get formed by the Kripa of Guru Padma. All kind of abhichar, vyabhichar of this material world, all can get vanquished by the Kripa of Guru Padma. Just by the actual formation of Seva mood towards your Guru Dev, it can get vanquished completely. Just by the Kripa of Guru Padma Seva. That each and every starting of the year, from every starting of the year or from the beginning of the month, each every beginning of the week or each every beginning of the day, each every beginning of a minute and each every beginning of a second, I am actually trying to doing the worship of that Guru Pad Padma. I am all the time busy in that worshipping of Guru Pad Padma. Those who are blind, those who are actually blind, what Prahlad Maharaj is speaking, that this Prahlad Maharaj was speaking, that Prahlad Maharaj speaking this point very nicely, that even a blind person also, who is actually blind in true sense, he can't see anything at all. He himself is blind. Externally he can't see anything. You just need to leave that association of that blind person, Prabhupada speaking, and you just need to get the association of Guru Padma and to worship the lotus feet of Guru Padma. Of Sadguru is very important, not of Asadguru. Of Sadguru is very important. That apart from Guru Padma, there is no other at all apart from them. My Gurudev is my heart and soul. This kind of vichar you just need to make and go forward. Only and only he is the topmost relative and the foremost of all is Guru Padma. That's it. That he is the only protector of me. That just by the Kripa of Guru Kripa, just by the Kripa of Gurudev, that this kind of thing I can get to realize. That by taking the darshan of Shri Guru Padma means that by getting the Guru Darshan. When I am getting Guru Darshan is not possible by these naked eyes. Externally, by these eyes, we are just doing stool and urine, that girl, woman, we are just taking this kind of false ego we just need to get rid of completely, and we want to get that Divya Chakshu, that transcendental eyes. By that only we can get to know who is Guru Padma in actual. Guru Padma, that the lotus feet of Guru Charan, when you are taking darshan, by taking the darshan of Guru Charan, by taking that, it means that from all the four directions, that where my eyes are going, all the time I am actually getting the darshan of Guru. Means no laghu darshan is there at all, no Maya is there. This kind of darshan if I am getting by the kripa of Gurudev, when it is coming inside my heart, at that point, just to do the seva, to know the actual seva of Gurudev, all kind of bad things will just go away from your heart, and all the actual true things will come inside our mind. That Guru Padma is the topmost Nitya Sevak of Bhagwan, absolute Sevak, and he is the very close associate of it, Bhagwan. And he actually just making us free from all the bad association and false ego what is there inside our heart, and he is the most merciful with full mercy bestowing on us. He is actually just taking towards the seva of Nandanandan Krishna, how to do the seva, and he's giving us the topmost information of how to do the Krishna seva. That's why we know that Bhagwan Shri Krishna, just to that transcendental sense gratification of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, that is the actual goal of us. That Nandanandan Bhagwan Shri Krishna, just to satisfy him and to just satisfy his senses, that is the actual topmost procedure and the topmost target of all the jivas to achieve in this material life. That the topmost target of all the jivas, that topmost absolute target is this only, to get the service of Krishna Seva. That Guru Padma is just taking you towards, is the topmost absolute Priya Vastu of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. That in Guru Seva, that those who are not at all actually feeling attached to Guru Seva, those who are not at all perfect in Guru Seva at all, they are imperfect now. For those people, by body, speech and mind, by all these three, body, speech and mind, they cannot do the Seva of Guru Charan. Why? Because they have that false ego inside them. Their heart is just getting detached from the Guru Seva. That's why they can't do the Seva of Guru Padma. Their heart won't stay in the heart of Guru Padma. But still Guru Padma is the ocean of mercy, and he is bestowing the topmost mercy on each and every on the jivas, just by his own association and qualities and characteristics, that what is there in the Gurudev, that his topmost mercy he is actually bestowing on each and every jiva. And he is actually, just by his mercy, he is want to give me that topmost transcendental power inside me, and he is giving me the actual darshan. That is the topmost mercy of Guru Padma. When it is not at all attained in one's personal life, then name, fame, position, in order to leave that, there is no point at all. That nowadays I was actually discussing this point, and the shlok which I started with, in that shloka I already told that Baraman, those who are Brahman, those who are having 12 qualities, that apart from that Brahman, more and more good is that the Brahman having the 12 qualities, all these 12 qualities, etc. That Bhagwan, that onto the lotus feet of those who are actually averse from the lotus feet of Bhagwan, those who are actually averse from the lotus feet of Bhagwan, those who don't want to do the seva of Bhagwan at all and don't want to give satisfaction to Bhagwan, he just want to enjoy himself. For those people, that more good and more reliable is that Sapach, who is eating a dog. Before he was eating dog flesh, and now he is actually getting that Hari Bhakti. Like Guhak Chandal, the case that Bhagwan Shri Ram is making the friendship with Guhak Chandal. You know na, that friendship relationship of Bhagwan Shri Ram with Guhak Chandal. Varishtam means that Baraman, those who are having these 12 qualities, what you can do by that? If you are having that Brahmanical qualities of 12 Brahmanical qualities in you, no use at all. If you are asking me the actual truth, the whole world actually is running towards position, whosoever he is. If you are actually asking in actual, that whole world is actually running towards a position. That apart from position, to get respect, nobody wants anything at all. Whether he is minister, whether he is writer, whether he is some philosopher or some sportsman, or whether he is some military man, whosoever he is, each and everyone is running towards position, pratishtha. Without position, pratishtha, nothing is there in this material world. Pratishtha is required for them. But this kind of position, that is just dry position, dry. This is just dry in nature, like the case, like independence, like no work can be done, and some gun salute is done at the time of Independence Day. There is no bullet in that gun. That there is no bullet in the gun, but still they are actually giving gun salute. But some sound is coming out of that. They are not at all reloading the bullet in that. So there is no use of the position of the jivas at all. Why? Because the jivas won't stay in this particular body. Jivas are not at all thinking of this at all. That this position of jiva, up till what point it will go, you tell me. The actual position and pratishtha, up till what point it will go, he will definitely die. Just of 2 days it is. But this position, this word, pratishtha, if you are making an analytical discussion, pratishtha, which actually stays, that which is not at all destructible. This pratishtha, what is there, that according to the scriptural evidences, that all the scriptural evidences according to that all pratishtha, who is the actual subscriber of that is Baldavji Maharaj, because he is getting the actual Anantadev, that pratishtha of Anantadev, that whatever position actually we can see in our life, it is all actually labdharthanam, that somebody is giving me respect to, and I have not taken respect on my own. I am passing it to my Gurudev, and slowly, steadily, that respect is pratishtha is going towards Baldavji Maharaj lotus feet. By this, that the only and only topmost carrier of that pratishtha is Baldavji Maharaj, Shri Anantadev only, Bhagwan Shri Anantadev. That whole position of the material world is resting on Baldavji Maharaj. And now the question can come, okay Maharaj, okay, you are speaking this, but one question is coming here, that we already seen that Guru Pad Padma, that at the time of Guru Puja, at the day of Guru Puja, on the occasion of Guru Puja, he was actually sitting there and is taking all the puja of whole material world persons when they are actually giving Pushpanjali onto lotus feet of Gurudev. So why actually Gurudev taking that? What is the reason behind that? The Prabhupada also taking this. Parapujvan Madhav Goswami Maharaj also taking. But they are actually very nice clarification and explanation given, that it need to get explained very nicely. Then only that all kind of negative questions what actually is arising will go away very easily. Prabhupada actually externally he is taking pratishtha, but internally no pratishtha he is taking at all. In return, what he has told, that my Guru Varga, now they are actually today, they are actually giving me one very nice lesson. Just my Guru Varga today, they are actually doing this, and they are giving me a very nice lesson, that how we need to respect our Guru Varga and Gurudev. That our Guru, if they are not at all there, then I must definitely fall down from my position. And they are actually making me cautious. Each and every position and each and every point, they are making me cautious. They are all my Guru Varga. They are actually just supporting me in my seva, and they are giving me this lesson, and they are all the time getting engaged in the seva. That's why they are my Guru Varga. They are my Guru Varga. I am not their Guru. This vichar is the actual vichar of Prabhupada. Absolute vichar. By just taking the pratishtha by this vichar, that is called Vaishnavi pratishtha. In that there is no problem at all. So this is the actual vichar here. Now, the second vichar is also there, that externally, those persons who can't understand this, that Siddhanta vichar, for them, another example is there, you can give very nicely, like one person, he is making one new building, and after making a new building, he that coloring of that very nice high-class painting he is doing on that house, just by getting that house painted by someone. Here actually it is written there on the wall, stick no bills, that no poster will be applied on his wall, no kind of posters will be allowed to stick on the wall. So this is just one kind of challenging thing. Again, he just need to make one poster on that. Stick no bill. You understand the point what I'm speaking? He is speaking stick no bill, that he already written it on the wall in order to preach that thing, that don't need to apply poster. Already that he already posted one poster of his love stick no bills on that. It means he already writing there that you don't apply any poster on it. That's why he has given one poster on that. This kind of vichar also you can take. Guru Padma speaking that, okay, I am taking this pratishtha, and at the same time I am actually showing you that I am the actual disciple of yours, and I don't want any kind of pratishtha, and whatever pratishtha coming to you, just give it to me. Like in new building, they have already painted in newly there and posting the title stick no bills on the wall. In the same way, Guru Padma also externally that he is taking pratishtha, but that by taking Vaishnavi pratishtha, he is making one advertisement that you are all my Gurudev and you are actually all engaging me in Guru Seva. It means that by that they want to prove, Guru Padma, that to take pratishtha is not at all good. That whole problems of the material world, what is there, I can definitely prove this point in front of you. Whether on the political level, whether on sports level, whether on educational level, whether on medical level, whether on spiritual level, each and every level, that everyone is running and fighting towards for pratishtha. Of course, pure Guru Vaishnav, they are not at all leaning towards pratishtha. I am not at all speaking about them. I am definitely speaking about all those bonded jivas. I am not at all speaking about pure Guru Vaishnav, those who are paramans in nature. That whole material world, they are all in fighting, whether with America, Russia, they are fighting, and China. They just take one kind of information that all actually want pratishtha, that every person wants that I am superior to that person. Whether military man, they are actually giving their life, that there also some pratishtha is there at the back. That's why in order to just give them support, it is required. Everything there is some pratishtha in the background. But only the difference is that a prakrit pratishtha and prakrit material pratishtha. About material pratishtha, Prabhupada not at all speaking about material pratishtha at all. Prabhupada speaking about transcendental Vaishnav pratishtha. It is material pratishtha is compared with the stool of a pig. But about transcendental pratishtha, Vaishnavi pratishtha, Prabhupada speaking. This Prabhupada speaking very nicely. That apart whatever kind of infighting politics actually for running for pratishtha, everyone is running for pratishtha only. And this kind of rubbish and garbage, what is there, to do Hari Bhajan, it is impossible to do. That several kind of honors can get removed, but still, if this position, that several kind of honors, if it is called, but still that pratishtha is not at all going away to get pratishtha. And not at all this, but also that pratisthasa, that is the actual fundamental cause of several anartha, it is not at all accepted. And they are not at all accepting this kind of dosha also, that they are actually nirlajja vyakti, means that everyone is actually picking up that they are actually thinking that you are the number one fraudster and cheater, but still they are actually making themselves that they are not at all fraudster and cheater at all. That is called nirlajja. About this I actually was discussing yesterday, that Yash, name, fame, position, and woman too. Yash is actually compared with the flesh of a dog. Yash, that position, and Naam Yash, that all kind of respect and respect position. It is just compared with the flesh of a dog. It is actually just compared with the prostitute who is eating dog flesh. It is compared with that. Those who are sonishtagan, that those who are nishpape, all those persons, this kind of respective positions, they are actually getting these respectful positions. Just they have this kind of desire to get pratishtha. Up till this point also, that I am actually bound to speak this point in front of you all, that I don't need any kind of pratishtha. I am not at all going toward pratishtha. This is also one kind of pratishtha. You haven't understand that I don't need any pratishtha. No pratishtha I need. I don't need pratishtha at all. This is also one kind of pratishtha. You understand the point? This is also one kind of pratishtha, that I don't need pratishtha. That again there is one secrecy, that you need pratishtha. You are actually speaking that I don't want. Then how you actually speaking that? So all the persons can speak externally by seeing you, that definitely he is actually, you are not at all running towards anything. Automatically everything is coming in front of you. Like I'll give you one example regarding this, that Srila Madhavendra Puripad Ji, Srila Madhavendra Puripad Ji, who is the eternal Parshad of Bhagwan, those who is actually not at all running towards pratishtha at all. Not at all they are running for pratishtha. But still they are actually getting pratishtha. Why? The actual answer Prabhupada speaking regarding this is that the Vaishnava, that kind of pratishtha, and what pratishtha going towards you, it looks like all the same, but it is not at all same at all. It looks like the same pratishtha, that it looks like the same pratishtha, but it is not at all the same at all. That there is heaven hell difference, still I cannot speak. There is infinity difference, because that is transcendental pratishtha, that is material pratishtha. That kind of heaven hell difference, that I can't speak like that also. That is also not good to compare like that. It is infinity differences there. How pratishtha is coming in front of you, you can't understand that at all. Sometimes in the form of anishti, sometimes in the form of punctuality, sometimes in the form of Guru Sevak. It is coming in front of us. And where actually it is coming in this material world, you can see that all kind of different communities are there, no? External people, they are not at all understanding this point. Nowadays what you can see is the multimedia, by this preaching is being done, and immediately it is actually getting published and getting expanded everywhere. X mission and Y mission, they are actually what they are making the way of doing seva. That if you can make one kind of point, whatever kind of expenses they are coming to them, and how they are actually just millions and millions of rupees of donations they are actually coming in them, and how they are actually using in seva, then you can understand. They are not at all doing seva at all. You can understand very completely. Before that, you can think they are actually niswarth, without any selfish motive. They are swarth and nishwarth. By these two words, we already know these two words, swarth and niswarth. One is swarth, swarthi, those who are selfish, and one is niswarth. Niswarth means those who are not selfish. Both the Vishay. By both these two words, whole world is actually one. Is actually known. Those who are selfish and those who are not selfish. But by these two words, Vaishnavas are not at all having any kind of association with these two words at all. That pure Guru Vaishnav, they are not at all getting indulged, and they are not at all thinking about these two words, because they are not at all thinking about all these two things, because they are all useless, selfish and not selfish words. Swarth and Niswarth, to be selfish and not to be selfish. That in both of them, one ghost is there in both the words. Those who are swarthi, those who are selfish, that they all know about their selfish motives, and that's why that whole world actually don't like these selfish persons. But those who are niswarthi, they are actually all respecting those who are not at all selfish. This material world bonded jivas, they are respecting those persons who are not at all selfish. They are giving them respect to all those, giving a lot of pratishtha to the persons who are not at all selfish in nature. But in both of them, the ghost is there, hidden in hidden form. You haven't understood this point up till now. Niswarthi, externally he is actually making one post, an external poster, that he is Niswarthi, that he is making an external poster, and he is Nishulk, that he is not at all taking anything. He is without any selfish motive. But his selfish motive is more than that. That it is better those who are actually selfish in nature externally, that externally just for his little selfish motive he is actually doing okay, it is better. But he is actually not at all respected in this material world. But bonded jivas don't know this point. He is actually number one, not at all respected, but his little selfish motive, what is there? That this word actually called swarthi, but though that's nishwarth, what is there? He has so much topmost selfishness is there inside a person who is not at all selfish. Those who are actually making a poster of that he is not at all selfish, who is making this poster, that you see so much naked dancing is going on behind the curtain, you don't know whether Krishna missionary is there, X mission, Y mission, whatever. I won't be speaking the mission name in front of you. The actual thing is just to understand the Siddhant Vichar, so that you in your life there is no kind of cheating propensity can be done, so that you can do the actual absolute truth. You can go towards that. In the life of Prabhupada also, that you can already see that. In the life of Prabhupada you can see it very nicely. Some person, Param Pujyapat Keshav Goswami Maharaj speaking, some person Prabhupada speaking, because Prabhupada speaking that Prabhupada, you tell me which seva I can do, you tell me. Prabhupada's just speaking this thing, okay, you do one thing, this book is going to get published, and you do this seva of book. This book seva, what I will get? I will be doing very nice bhandara. That 2,000 to 4,000 people, all pure Guru Vaishnav, they can take the bhandara and they can take nice prasadam. Prabhupada speaking. Prabhupada is speaking this very nice Siddhant. You see, this is the actual vichar of Prabhupada. Any person, if they are actually giving pranami to Prabhupada and they want to speak that, okay, you have to do this, Prabhupada speaking, you take your money. We don't need a why? What happened? This is actually just, no, we don't need for this. We don't need your pranami, you can take away. Prabhupada speaking. Why? Because they are actually foolish number one. They are actually number one foolish. What actually Gurudev, that what pranami you are taking in front of Gurudev, just be careful on this point. That pranami, what that Paramans Guru Vaishnav, you are actually giving that pranami in front of them. That you are actually giving him instruction. That to Paramans Guru Guru Paramans Guru Pad Padma, they don't have any vichar. You are thinking, they don't have any vivek. They don't know by which seva they will get the absolute mangal, and they don't know. So this kind of and apart from there, they are speaking that you do this kind of seva. They are giving instructions to them. They are just your actual mangal of yours. If you want to do, you can take. Otherwise, you go to hell. What I can do? So this is the actual thing. That whole mangal actually is there on the shoulders of Gurudev. Then you should not give any advice to Gurudev at all. Why you are giving advice to Guru Pad Padma? You tell me. You are giving instruction to them. So like this, Prabhupada just giving back that pranami to those persons we don't need at all. Because by just publishing books, that Paramarth will go ahead, no, in the life of one person. And those all Bhandara who has given that, if they will give Bhandara, that Pratishtha they want in their life position. Our Guru Seva also, if it is for Pratishtha, to get Pratishtha, that whole, it should go in fire. Everything will go in fire. If my Harikatha, my writings, whatever quotations, whatsoever I am writing, whatever argument I am actually, Pratibad protest notes, if it is for Pratishtha only, then all actually will go into water. If my whole life, whatever is there in my life, everything is for the satisfaction of Gurudev, and only for the satisfaction of Gurudev and Guru Seva, that definitely I will come out successful in that. Apart from that, there is no other pathway at all. This should be the actual mindset. That lot of kirtans are there. If there is no other pathway open to just remove all those anarthas, loads of kirtan are there. This in Kirtan already it is been written there. In Bengali it is, you just carefully hear it. This all Kam, Krodh, Lomo, all these Shadripu, those who are actually just, all actually is there to destroy everything in your life. All actually I am just leaving every kind of chesta. Why? Because it won't going to happen at all. It won't going to happen. Nowadays, just by the kripa of Guru Vaishnav, there is no other pathway open apart from that. No other pathway open apart from Guru Vaishnav Seva. That I have done a lot of efforts I have done. A lot of efforts I have done, and I have become, that's why I have come onto your lotus feet, and now you need to save me, that's it. This kind of vichar, that is the topmost vichar, absolute vichar. This should come. That onto your lotus feet I have done everything. Now I have surrendered onto your lotus feet. So the point which I have actually started with, Pratishtha, Nirlajya, this all, they are actually all making one kind of khichdi. Nowadays, in the modern era, this is one kind of preaching style nowadays in this modern arena. I can't speak, this is called cheating style, not preaching style. If I speak preaching style, they will think opposite. This is one kind of cheating style. It is better I can speak, it is called cheating style. All actually they are making khichdi, hosh posh. All Gaudiya Mat, that Gaudiya Siddhant Vichar, Prabhupada, the name, in order to remove the name of Prabhupada and the name of Gaudiya Mat, They are all together coming and they want to remove that. All actually are there to remove the name of Prabhupada and Gaudiya Math. If you want to get the confidence, you come to me, I'll show you. One person from lot of times, he is actually no contact with person, and now he has saw that they are actually thinking that all together we can come together and we are making one khichdi, and externally we can speak that we can preach externally that see, this person of our society is so much absolute in nature. They are actually jointly preaching all, but in each and every condition, each and every point I can prove that they are actually number one fraudster. So much number one cheater they are. They are actually all together. They want to make one khichdi in order to remove the name of Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada and Vishuddha Siddhanta of Gaudiya Math. They just want to remove that completely all together in the name of preaching. They are not at all preaching at all. This is not at all preaching. This is cheating. That one fallen person, he is becoming a one acharya, and he has just become. Who can stop him? He know politics. He is a fallen soul. That another fallen person is doing the. One person is actually respecting. One fallen person is respecting another fallen person, and he is getting the pratishta. Are, you are a big person. You are actually preaching the teachings of Mahaprabhu. Are, foolish. Your father has saw that. The actual preaching of Gaurang, how Gaurang Mahaprabhu used to preach. Even your father don't know that. You tell me. So this is the actual thing. They are all making one kind of khichdi, so that all the public, they can get cheated very easily. That the common people, they can get cheated very easily and they can make their work done. This is the actual present situation of this preaching. They are all just getting cheated and they are cheating everyone. That's it. Lot of times this point I have already discussed, but it is not at all coming in the ears of others at all. Nobody is actually hearing it at all. In this, Bhaktivinoda Thakurji, one nice writing is there. That I know very well that it is very much difficult to give this understanding, but still I am trying so that you can understand. If 2 to 4% can understand that they are all actually cheating us, they are number one cheater, then that they will get come out successful. Otherwise, that I don't want to speak anything. Why? Because I don't have any interest to speak all this. I have taken something from you. Nothing I have taken from you. So if you want to take it, you can take. Otherwise, you won't take. What I can do? It's on you. So nothing will go for anyone. Nothing will go from my side. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing this in Bengali. I am not at all speaking this word sajjan. I am sajan. Sajjan means relative, close one, and sajan means Vaishnav. In Bengali Katha, I am actually discussing. Nobody has this kind of brain to understand this. That Maya Devi, whole persons, they are actually just removing the actual intelligence from the mind of persons. What I can do? Maya Devi is just removing everything, the actual intelligence from the mind of every bonded jiva. This sajan, that sajanakya dakhu, that in Bhagavatamrita Mahapurana already it is being told. They are all sajana, this all relatives, friends, mother, father. Nobody can speak that you do Hari Bhajan. They won't give us the actual understanding to do Hari Bhajan at all. Though they will not speak at all to do Hari Bhajan at all. That in the glorification of Harinam also it is written. In the glorification of Harinam, you know, in that also there is very nice point there. There actually it is written that from the birth, after taking birth, that those who want to just, who are actually teaching me, and those who are actually giving me the teaching, how to do Harinam and how to do this, if they won't tell us, then who actually are those, our own relatives, who are actually our close ones, who are not at all showing us the actual pathway to do Hari Bhajan. They are not at all our close relatives at all. They are our destructor. They are not at all our close ones at all. They are our own persons, own close relatives, that from the childhood, right from our birth, that who is my father, who is my mother, all they are. Though just by taking the birth, they are actually teaching us that you do Harinam beta. That is the actual mother and father. That is actually Guru. That is actually the actual friend of yours. Otherwise, who you can speak that he is your friend? They are actually number one enemy. They are number one enemy of ours. They are this kind of Guru, that who is actually making me and speaking this point, that those who are actually speaking, they are number one enemy of me. They are not to do Hari Bhajan. What kind of Guru he is? Who is actually giving me the activities? On what kind of example and on what kind of proof you are actually accepting him as Guru? That how much money and how much glamour and position he is just like foolish. You are actually thinking that he is Guru. What you have seen in him, you tell me. That what you have taken the support that he is Guru. That's why those persons, those who don't have any kind of, though no, not at all sincere in Hari Bhajan, like Parikshit Maharaj already, that's why he is not at all killing Kali. Why? Because the actual answer is very big, but still I'll be speaking in gist in front of you. In very small words I'll be speaking. All those tikakar, all those commentators, they are speaking that the previous slok, this definitely is there. But the actual commentators are speaking that Parikshit Maharaj is actually Mahabhagavat. That he is making this vichar, that those who are number one cheater, those who are number one fraudsters in nature, those who don't have any sincerity in them at all, these definitely, if they get killed, so okay, they can get killed. That is more better. Why? Because the actual question that Sanakadi Rishi is putting, actual question, that why you haven't killed them? By getting them killed, the actual the whole scenario will get destroyed. But no, Maharaj, that Saranga Eva Sarabhu means that Saranga Eva Sarabhu means that like honeybees, they are actually just getting attracted towards flowers and they are just taking the actual honey from them, and the actual poison what is there in the flowers, they are not at all having any relation with that. So like this, Parikshit Maharaj is actually seeing that in Kali, that it is the actual treasure of all bad qualities and characteristic, but still one quality is characteristic is there. But those who are sincere, they can very easily judge that. What is that? They can just get very easily get away from the cycle of birth, and that those who are cheated and fraud, definitely they want to get killed. Okay, they can get killed in this, what I can do for them, what I have at all. They can get killed, okay, they can get either way they can die. They are already getting the birth to get killed. That's it. That's why Parikshit Maharaj speaking. At least those who have that kind of sincerity, that kind of desire to do Hari Bhajan is there. That I actually want to get saved, that I want to do Hari Bhajan onto the lotus feet of pure Guru Vaishnav, that I want to take the shelter, I will go to Nitya Dham. This is very important to tell them all. Otherwise, openly, this kind of naked dancing what is going on, that should going to stop. But nobody is responsible to stop that at all. Who will do that, you tell me? Nobody wants to stop that. Nobody will hear it. Chet means in Sanskrit, maybe, if you are actually teaching them, then that by Bhagwan Naam, that just by remembering Bhagwan all the time, this kind of remembrance of Bhagwan should be there, that we just want to learn that. That is the actual bandhu. All they are thinking that if they will be becoming individually, they are doing that, their market will not grow at all. This is one kind of strategy for them. This is one kind of business policy that, like economics, their thinking is like this, that if individually they will stay, then they know he will be speaking that it is better that we should stay all together. That like company amendment is done in the same way, that we will stay all together. That yesterday this vichar was not there in them at all. They know this very well, that this society that is not at all in the way of Prabhupada. That Acharya definitely is number one cheater and he is number one fraudster. He is one demon. Every person knows that Acharya was a demon, but nobody is there to stop his activity, what to do. Everyone actually is just separated, that the actual backbone of their is totally broken. Nobody wants to. Everyone is actually getting into a group. They are not individually, because they know that this society is against Prabhupada. They are actually speaking lot of rubbish things about Prabhupada. Even after when Prabhupada just left body, after that they are actually speaking about Prabhupada, going against Prabhupada, but still they are actually getting together with those persons, because they know that their company will be just intacted altogether when they will be going with them. What Harikatha they will hear? All foolish people will hear Harikatha, they are thinking. Nowadays it is like this only. Only foolish people will hear Harikatha. That is the actual vichar of all the material persons in this material world. Now Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking that you just need to open your eyes fully, but he won't be seeing that, because he is actually getting indulged in other things. That's why I am actually speaking like a dog in front of you. Why? So that if this Harikatha can go inside your ears, then only you can understand the actual thing. Then only you can just get protected from this asatsanga of the so-called acharyas. So they are all actually fraudsters, cheaters number one, without any full of jealousy. So this Bhaktivinoda Thakur, what he is speaking here about that, you just need to notice very cautiously. What Bhaktivinoda Thakur is speaking? That those who are against Gaurang Mahaprabhu, they are not our friends at all. They are all our mother, father, relatives, what are there. We just need to quit and leave them. Why? Because they are all separated from Bhaktivinoda Dhara. They are not ours at all. They are actually separate individuals. Whatever, so many kind of proofs I have given, that those who are against Gaurang Mahaprabhu, they are actually externally, they are actually relatives. You just need to leave them. That is the actual rules. That is the actual teachings of Prabhupada. That whatever kind of so-called our person, that he is my father, she is my wife, how I can leave her, how I can leave my father. You are don't speak foolish. She is not at all his wife. She is just adharma, full of adharma. She is not at all wife. Why you are actually speaking dharma patni? She is actually adharma patni. Like Ramanath Sharma left her wife. Why? You see, because she is full of adharma. You are just speaking all rubbish. That's it. That is dharma patni. Or what is actually mean by dharma patni? That who is actually getting support in Bhagavad Dharma. That lot of proofs I have already given regarding this, but nobody wants to hear. For all the Matajis, I have already written one article, how it is impossible to work as an Acharya for all those Matajis. In 3 to 4 articles I have written by the kripa of Guru Varga and Bhaktivinoda Thakur. How someone if actually questioning, how you can understand Maharaj, that this is actually the topmost, that externally it looks like that he is my disciple. So much technique he knows, that how he can just cheat other people. Very nice technique he knows, and he can just very easily run the society, because money position he can very easily collect by cheating people. So you haven't understood that where it is just one kind of ghost, which is where you don't know that where that ghost is actually sitting. that where that ghost is sitting. You don't know the actual location because he's actually taking a red vesh and he's taking a sannyas vesh and he's in a sannyas vesh in the form of acharya. That how you can understand that he's actually fraudster number one, he's cheater. That is the thing. No, I am actually speaking in front of you.
It is next to impossible to arrest him. It is next to impossible to arrest him.
But if Prabhupada must be there, then definitely in fraction of second he must have got arrested him. But you don't know how to get arrested that so-called acharya. Just by speaking very sweet talkings with you, and he just by sweet knife he'll be cutting your head. That's it. That so-called acharya. How you can understand? Prabhupada speaking this answer. Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually writing that Niji Jani Jani Par means that how you can understand that he is actually speaking ХариКатха. He is actually Tilak Mala and he is actually in the form of sannyasi. He is speaking nice. I am not at all speaking foolish things in front of you. No, not at all. You just need to identify who is actually acharya and who is actually so-called acharya. That is actual vichar of Prabhupada. If you want to hear it, otherwise you'll get lost. Prabhupada actually speaking this vichar. That how we can understand this, that he is actually separated from Gaurang Mahaprabhu's vichar. One by one I can give historical evidences regarding this. How they are actually making people cheating just by with the Shuddha Siddhant vichar. They are number one fraudster. They are actually number one thief. They are actually just thieving. They are just looting. All actually they are actually thieving and looting the Siddhant vichar. Shuddha Siddhant vichar of Gaudiya Math. Whatever kind of proofs of Srila Prabhupada and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they just want to remove that. And they are all actually, their role is to just remove the Shuddha Siddhanta Pranali of Prabhupada and Bhaktivinoda Thakur. How you can understand that? You can see that pure Guru Vaishnava Siddhant Vichar, what is there, whatever the writings are there, what is the behavior of Shuddha Guru Vaishnava, they don't like at all. That you haven't seen it. Why? Because you are actually externally and internally blind. You have internally blind, that you can't see it, that you can't see it by your spiritual eyes. That you just open your spiritual eyes, then only you can see that with pure Guru Vaishnava, they don't want to make any link with pure Guru Vaishnava. They just want to thief and loot all the books and everything, Siddhant Vichar of Guru Vaishnava. It won't stay with them. Why? It means definitely their actual role is, their actual purpose is that Srila Bhakti Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada and Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Gaudiya Math, related to that, all name should get removed. They just want to do that. They actually won't call pure Guru Vaishnava, because if I will be speaking, they will be speaking in front of me, that my nakedness will come in front of all the people. Respect pure Guru Vaishnava don't want at all. That this whole material world, this situation, you can see very nicely. Just open your eyes and you can see that very with full that I am not at all speaking with any hinsa. If someone thinking it oppositely, then definitely he will go on to the pathway of destruction. I don't want to destroy anyone at all. That I just want to speak about that absolute truth, because this is one saying in Hindi. This you just need to remember very nicely, that whatever kind of so-called flowers made of paper, how you can get a nice smell of an actual flower from an artificial flower? That's the actual question. How you can get you are so foolish. How you can get the fragrance? You cannot see externally that what they are doing, that this is preaching what they are doing. You can't see it at all. You don't have any eyes. What to do? That actual what the vichar of Prabhupada was there, you just need to, that is very much surprising and is very revolting. Param Pujyapat Keshav Goswami Maharaj vichar, Prabhupada's vichar. Each and every vichar of Keshav Goswami Maharaj, if I can put in front of you, I don't have any time. If I can put in front of you, then you can see that so much disciples are against his Gurudev. If I can't prove it, then I definitely gonna prove that their own disciples are against him. They are not at all accepting what the Gurudev is speaking. The Gurudev speaking something and he is actually preaching something. That if you want to remain blind and you want to go to death, you want to destroy yourself, and you just want to go into, you want to fall into well, then okay, you can go. What I can do in that? You can go. That with pure Guru Vaishnav, they don't have any connection at all. That Guru Vaishnav don't want that, they are actually just kicking them. Just go away, foolish. I don't want to see your face. Guru Vaishnav also want to kick them away. So this is the actual case. You just need to understand very consciously and carefully. That's why you just need to understand very carefully that he is my father, that whether she is my wife, whether she is my brother, a relative, whosoever he is, or whether he is Guru or who is my disciple also. You just need to quit or leave him, but you are not at all leaving. Why? Because you need name, fame, position. Like that blind Dhritarashtra, he didn't leave Duryodhan. If he must have left Duryodhan, then it must be very good. That the actual result is coming out of that is very, very dangerous. You can see that in Mahabharata. That is the actual position of this, current position of this Bhajan Samaj nowadays. And now that in this prasang what is coming, that what you have actually already spoken, that in the background of everything what you told, there is one very hidden gem that is called Pratisthasha. And those people I have already told you, that Swarth, Niswarth, this selfishness and non-selfishness, this kind of terms I have already told you. Those who are full of selfish mood and without selfish mood, what kind of naked dance is going on at the back. That with these two words, that Vaishnavas don't have any kind of connection with that at all. That Guru Vaishnav with these two words, they don't want to speak anything. Why? There is one aprakrit vichar out of these two words. And this aprakrit vichar, the Guru Vaishnava are actually speaking. What is that? Swarth, Niswarth. One is Pararth. Pararth, that is the, you haven't heard it, Pararth. How you can heard it? How you can hear this word, Pararth? Very impossible for you all. That word is Pararth. That means Guru Vaishnav, that Parartha is there. Swarthata, Niswarthata and Pararthata. Pararth means that any jiva, that Atma, that to get the absolute Mangal, that Guru Vaishnava are actually doing their efforts. You understand the point? That pure Guru Vaishnav, they are all efforts what they are putting. That is not at all between these two words. Not at all there in that area of Swarth and Niswarth, it is there confined. That there is another transcendental platform. What is that name? That is termed as Pararthata. That Pararthata means that the Jivatma, that all kind of Jivas, whosoever are there, that the Jivas, they are absolute, for their absolute Mangal, they are actually making the efforts. They don't want anything apart from that. That apart from this, they don't want anything at all. That's why you are thinking that they are their topmost enemies. That's why they are thinking that they are at my topmost enemies, because they don't want anything apart from that. They only want to get the absolute Mangal of yours. That's it. That's why that nobody wants to hear them. Everyone thinking that pure Guru Vaishnava are their enemy. So that is the actual situation of this material world, what to do. That Parartha Paratha, Prabhupada, inside Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Param Pujya Keshav Goswami Maharaj, everyone, that Parartha Paratha is there, that they don't have any kind of selfish mood inside them. No kind of, there is no question that they all want to go in the foreign country and want to get money. But one fraudster, he is actually speaking all rubbish about them. That even not single person is there. All backbone of each and every acharya is actually get broken. That he is speaking about the absolute truth. They are not at all speaking about the case file, and because they haven't got into human right. Why? Because their body is dead. They are dead body. They are just like a moving dead body. That's why they haven't gone and just file a case. Why you actually speaking? There is no actually proof regarding this, that our Guru work, Keshav Goswami Maharaj, they are Goswami Maharaj is there, Ban Goswami, whosoever is. But he is actually just taking his collection and he's just want to enjoy his life. That's it. They are all failure. They are just so-called acharyas. That's it. I am speaking that acharya who is speaking that his disciple is more better than his guru, more and more elevated than his guru. Why? Because he has actually accepted Bhagavad Parampara. That's why he is actually gone above Gurudev. That he has actually gone above Guru. Why? Because Gurudev is actually foolish. He is picturing all foolish things in front of him. That I have without any kind of proof. I am not at all speaking anything. Again and again I am speaking in the internet that this Maharaj speaking this, and one disciple is there. That that disciple is becoming his guru. Why? He already understands that he already left me. So he actually written there that if that the previous acharyas of the Gaudiya Math, that all Guru Vaishnav, that if this kind of preaching, if they haven't done this like that, then today we must be in the mode of darkness. That Gaudiya Math, each big legendary Sadanand Swami and big Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pradip Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, Ban Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Hriday Bandev Goswami Maharaj, all if they haven't preached outside, then where we must be in the mode of darkness all the time.
Let us remember
That
them every morning time, every fraction of second. We should not forget them. Their contribution. इन्होंने बोला.
that he actually is speaking, but Gurudev speaking, he hasn't done anything. They are all foolish. That those who are liar, who are number one cheater, that how you are actually speaking that he is an international acharya, how you can accept him as an international acharya, that who don't know about that what is the actual meaning of Mahamantra, that what in that Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Balram is there. Who is speaking this? You tell me. Who is speaking this? The Balram is there. Ram is Balram. That Gopal Guru Goswami, up till Jeev Goswami Pad, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Raghunath Das Goswami, who is speaking this? That where you got this conception? That I think that you are not at all in the lineage of our parampara. You are totally deviated from the track of pure lineage. How you can speak and prove like this in front of all those people? That nobody has actually the actual eyes. All actually are blind, like Dhritarashtra. They are all blind. They cannot see anything. So that they are speaking this Ram in the Mahamantra, there it is Balaram. So you understand the point. Foolish things. They are actually, he is the actual Sahaji of Navadvip or more fallen than him, you tell me. At least that Navadvip Sahaji is speaking Gaur Radhesham, Hare Krishna Hare Ram. Prabhupada speaking, this is Rasabhas. You don't want to speak this. But what to do? I have already preached it. Now I can't go back. Okay, you do. That you also want to die and your followers also want to die. What we can do? If they want to die, they can die. What we can do? Prabhupada speaking. Radha Raman, that Ramanath Ram, that is the actual meaning of Ram. That with Radharani, that Ram, he is actually associating. That is called Ram. That all people are just reading that is Balram. Also foolish conception what to do. Nobody has a single petition that they can speak in front of this whole world, this thing. But that one, if he'll be just kicking one, if he'll be just kicking from the foreign country, that's why he's not at all speaking, because the people from the foreign country will kick them. So that's why they don't have this kind of courage to speak the absolute truth, what to do. They are coward number one. But in the English we have already heard. This is one saying in English I have already heard in my childhood. The coward, before his death, he used to die a lot of time before his actual death. It's already written. That Paratparata means there is no selfish motive. That absolute mangal, how the jivas can get this kind of chesta and this kind of efforts one pure Guru Vaishnava are doing. Otherwise, that it will just convert it into Jiv Hinsa. that if I will be just for, I'll not be just getting you away from pratishtha, name, fame, position. If I am not at all making you free from name, fame, position, and I am just giving you the ignition to get more position and name and fame, then definitely I am number one in the group of all those cheaters and fraudsters. And whatever, I'll be number one Jeev Hinsak, because I am actually giving the pathway opposite to the actual pathway. I know that the actual time of the Harikatha, just by knowing this also, if I am not I'll be just hiding the actual truth, absolute truth from the jivas, then that apart from that offense, nothing is more elevated. All the pure Guru Vaishnavas which are, that all actually are hidden, and new things are being discovered and they are speaking in front of others, and you just prove that I am just giving more and more preaching propensity I am doing than the previous Guru work, and I have got successful in my preaching. They want to prove that. What to do? If we, that from our Guru work, that we have understood the absolute truth, that just by knowing the absolute truth, if I want to hide it in front of you, then definitely I am number one in the name of cheaters and fraudsters group. I'll be there. That is actually called Jeev Hinsa. How the more money can come. How Gurudev actually just teaching his disciple, Are you do like this, then only you can get more money. And that absolute mangal of the disciple, there is no question of that at all. Why? Because he also don't have his own mangal, so what the disciple will get? You tell me. His own absolute mangal is not there, so what he can locate the absolute mangal of his disciple? Not possible. So that's why Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, this vichar, I've already told you, that pratishtha sa, that is the actual fundamental cause of all the anarthas, whatever kind of infighting, whatever is going on, it's all because of this. All cheating, frauds, cheating, theft, looting. What is the actual hidden treasure? That is pratisthasa. But this pratisthasa, that all kind of anarth, that is that actual fundamental cause of all anarth, we know that, but still this kind of pratishtha, we are not at all accepting it from heart, that he is not at all accepting it. This is number one fault, that he is not at all seeing his own fault in that his own fault is not seeing at all. That he is not at all speaking this in front openly, that this is the actual absolute truth what he is speaking, that he is just not at all accepting his own faults. That is why this is known as number one fraudster and number one cheater, the most fallen person. So that kind of name, fame, position, that kind of dog fleshers who are taking dog flesh, you just open your ears and hear that whatever actually you are speaking, it is actually compared with the one prostitute who is actually eating dog flesh. It is compared with that. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is speaking that those who are sonishta, those who are actually dharmic, and Data is actually Vidhata. Dhata wants to become Vidhata, that I am doing this much of duty, so I am Vidhata now, not Dhata. So Bhagavan speaking that all those Swanishtagan, those who are dharmic people, and those who are Dhata, those who are without any sin, this kind of identification they are taking and just preaching the so-called philosophies, that is also one kind of pratishtha they are taking it, that they are actually all the time taking that. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, this kind of, next week I'll be discussing it about this little bit, and I'll be going forward. That is very much important. I have already 14 to 15 years back I have already published it. So whatever be the case, so all those Sanishtagans, that those who are actually nishpap, this kind of dharmic, all kind of pratishtha position they are actually collecting in the name of that dharmikta and acharya, and this kind of nishtha what they are actually getting in order to get that position, that all those paranishtagan, those who want position, that we understood that they are actually already, we have heard very nicely. I don't have any Shakti in this material world. If I am speaking, then definitely his Parinishta will get destroyed. That also he also has to get into this hole of Maya. That I am also thinking that I am a Vishnu devotee. Previously I already told you this point, that I need no position, I don't need anything. This is also one kind of pratishtha. That if someone speaking it loudly, that definitely there is one kind of pratishtha behind that also. They want that my name, fame, position should be there all around. But Srila Madhvendra Puripad, you have seen that thing? No, not at all. What is there? That those persons who don't know position, that is the arrangement of Balram Bhagwan, automatically pratishtha will get rolling down onto their lotus feet. That Madhvendra Puripad, that is the actual example you can see. When the Chandan, he is actually going to collect it from the South India, from the Malaya Chandan, he is going there. And now he is coming, he just need to go to Purushottam Dham, and again he just need to go forward. That is the actual instruction of Srinathji. And at the night time he just went to Kheer Chora Gopinath. At there one Kheera is actually getting into the bhog of Kheer Chora Gopinath. There are actually 12 pots of Kheera which is being offered to the Bhagavan, to Gopinath. Just this kind of small vichar came in Madhvendra Puripad. Very nice seva actually. Let me just taste this Kheera, so that I definitely want to taste it and just want to give this similar kheer to the Gopal. What kind of taste will be there? If I can get one small Kheera, I definitely gonna think according to that I can just maintain the facilities to make Kheera for Gopal. And after that he's speaking, oh my God, what I have done, this kind of greediness I'm getting to just eat Kheera. Oh, my life is actually all rubbish. I won't stay here in front of Krishna. How I can show my face? That he's just going into the market area and he's just going away from the temple and just doing Harinam under a tree. And at the same time, in the night time, what happened? That Gopinathji just stolen one Kheera pot and just giving it to the sevak and speaking to him in the dream. And he'll be speaking to him that you just give this Kheera pot to that Madhvendra Puripad, who is actually there in the market in one hut. Hut means that one small village hut is there. That who is actually Madhvendra Puripad? You tell me. Who is there Madhvendra Puri? You tell me. That this Gopinathji has just stolen one Kheera pot for you, you just take it. Then what to do? That he's taken that Kheera after identifying, but that he's just started crying after seeing that, and he's just and by the tears are rolling down from his cheeks onto the Kheera pot, and he's just thinking that Gopinath has just stolen one Kheera for me, and after taking that Kheera, that patra also of the Kheera pot, he is actually just destroying completely into small pieces and just putting it in his own cloth. And he's making this vichar that morning time persons can come and they can give me position. So I'll do one thing, that is not at all. This whole thing scenario will be just going in towards the people, that before sunrise I'll be going away from this place. That before sunrise I'll be just going away from this place. And Madhvendra Puripad before sunrise only just went away before sunrise. But nobody can stop that position. That Gopi Chandan, what was there, Malaya Chandan, when he just come back to that place, that it is impossible, that position, pratishtha, that is actually Vaishnavi pratishtha, what Bhagwan is giving there. Prabhupada already told this point. In Chaitanya Charitamrita also it is written that this is the actual actual nature of pratishtha. Those who don't want, definitely this pratishtha will come to them. Everyone wants to die in this pratishtha. You just kill him because just for his own position and pratishtha he wants. Recently you can see this thing. This all actually is happening. What to do? Just go in fighting and just destroy him, kill him, because he is speaking absolute truth. You just kill him, that's it. He is number one fraudster because he is speaking absolute truth. That's why he is fraudster. That's why you just to kill that one kind of doctor was killed because of that. And my heart just got broken after hearing how that doctor was killed. Oh my God. Very, very bad it is to hear that. How the doctor was killed. She is actually one asur. That just by his own will, I have already told you this thing. That in front of mother, I have just done one kind of prativad. That you have already killed Shumbha Nrsimha and Mahishasur in front of mother Prakriti, Katyayani Devi. I am speaking this. Now what you are doing? They are actually taking one certificate. That's why I am speaking. That's why I have one very nice relationship with my mother Prakriti, that I am with full prem bhava I am speaking to the mother. There is no Siddhant Virod in that. This is one kind of prema I have just spoken to my mother Prakriti, Katyayani Devi. Pratishtha is actually rolling down behind all those behind Madhvendra Puri. But this kind of position Bhagwan has given, that is one kind of North Pole star in our Gaudiya Math. What Madhvendra Puri is, nobody has this kind of so-called position one can get like Madhvendra Puri Path. So if I can just relocate myself, that I am Nirmal Viragi and I have understood the Bhakti Sad Tattva, what is actually Bhakti Tattva, I am getting Siddh in that. That is also one kind of pratishtha. You want to prove to the other people that I am actually established in Bhakti Tattva. I am Siddha. So just open your ears and hear it very nicely, this point. Cautiously you hear this carefully. That when pratishtha, even a smell of pratishtha is there inside your heart, like our Guru Varg, we have already heard that if one pot there is one hing is there for a lot of time before it is being put there, and in one pot there is one camphor put in one pot. Prabhupada speaking this, if you just open it and whether you can wash it with detergent or whatsoever, but still one smell must be there of that hing, and that of camphor definitely will be there in the pot. So this is the same case, that when our actual pot, that Adhar Patra, what we are able to collect in that, it means that my heart, this kind of pratishtha, this position, name, fame is not at all getting away from that. Not even a smell is there inside my heart. If I can remove that completely, up till that point, kapat bhav, directly or indirectly, definitely will stay there. That kapat bhav won't go at all. And nishkapat, to stay nishkapat is very much difficult. And if you are not nishkapat, that nirmal sadhu prem, that pure love affair is not at all possible with Krishna. It won't develop and it won't sprout at all. It won't come at all. In Rasamrit Sindhu also, this prema, that actual identification what is being done, that the actual Nijijan Srila Rupa Goswami Pad has just described this. That who will hear all these points, you tell me. Who actually wants to hear these all points, what I am speaking in front of you? I don't know. But still, I am actually making some efforts. That Nirmal Sadhu Prem is absolute pure prema. That this actually Srila Rupa Goswami Pad has already described this. What you understand? You understand something here? The actual identification of prema is being done here. The actual definition of prema is being described here. That previously I have already told a lot of times. Lot of points are there, and very important points I have already told. Just be sure. In order to remember, this is very much difficult, all these points. So whatever be the thing, when your inside of a heart is totally getting eradicated and no smell of karma is there and no name position you want to celebrate, and you just don't want that, and that topmost mamata is getting inside your heart, that topmost bhava you are actually getting sprouted, that topmost bhav, when it is getting more and more deeper and deeper, that in order to get separated from this bhava is next to impossible, that very much next to impossible to get out of that, this kind of prema, that is called prema.
Shanito swanto mamatati swayankitaha bhavaha sa evo shandratma budhai prema nigadati.
You understand the point? That by in that position of our bhajan, that I want to speak more details regarding this so that you can understand it in more better and simpler and clearer way, in the way of Hari Bhajan, that in this situation if I can come, that where my heart in any condition it will become very soft and not at all simple, that so much topmost mamta, that togetherness, that this is mine, this kind of oneness, that mamata, that will just get sprouted and will get overflowed inside our heart. Then that same bhava, when it will be getting more and more deeper with more bhava, then all that pandit persons they are speaking, that this is actually called prema. That is actually called prema. Now, if nobody wants to break this kind of so-called definition of that prema, and if you want to break something, then nothing will happen, because that prema stage already being obtained. When that bhav is actually getting more and more deeper, then Krishna Anushilan is only possible. And when Krishna Anushilan, it is getting more and more deeper, then it is getting more and more deeper, that bhava, that stage, then at that time that deeper bhava is actually called prema. That pratisthasha, in order to just remove that pratisthasha inside your heart, that all kind of anarths, what is there inside your heart, will just get smoother and clearer. So when you will be just kick out the smell of pratisthasha from your heart, no smell should be there, then only you can understand that smoother bhava, that shuddha prema, and your heart will become very smooth and nice, and you can understand Krishna prema. Then only in that way only it is possible to get Krishna prema, otherwise not at all possible. It is not at all possible to get to the elevation more to the stage of Krishna prema before that. Not at all possible. That about the definition of rasa, I have already told you. That rasa, when that all kind of position, pratishtha, totally is getting eradicated and destroyed from your heart. No kind of materialistic position, name, fame is actually touching your heart. And transcendental Anand is actually touching your heart. And at that time what will happen? That one kind of rasa inside your heart, that very new kind of taste you will get and relish. Very nice and new taste, transcendental taste you will relish inside your heart. That topmost taste you can very relish, that is called rasa. When all name, fame, position, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Tamogun, Rajogun, everything is getting destroyed completely, totally clear and smoother. Then only this rasa can be tasted, transcendental rasa. And at that time our inner consciousness, that very nice and very unique thing we can feel inside our heart, that is called rasa.
Bhavavatmo, when you can transcend the borderline of क्या भावना बोल भावना चिंतन का जो
that the limit of the bhavana, that limit of the bhavana, that what is there inside you, there is one limit, certain limit, and when you are going away from that limit, means you just going away from that limit, by cutting the normal limit of the bhava, you are going more and more elevated towards that. What Srila Rupa Goswami Pad speaking this point, what actually speaking he, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad? What Srila Rupa Goswami Pad speaking, what you can understand from this shloka, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad speaking very nicely, that bhavana, that kind of thinking of your bhavana, that extreme borderline, when you are crossing that where actually you are going, you don't know. That it is going to one supreme, super excellent bhava is actually inside our heart. Why? Because our consciousness, our heart is actually getting decorated by Vishuddha Sattva. That our heart is actually decorated with Vishuddha Sattva at that time. You be careful what I am speaking here, what I am speaking in front of you. That inside our heart, that maybe what very topmost nectar, transcendental nectar, you can just taste, you can get the actual taste of that. That is actually called rasa. That is actually called rasa. That up till that point, that smell of pratishtha is there inside your heart. At that time, there is no chance to attain that at all. No chance is there to attain. That pure Harinam will also not get advented in on your mouth. And when pure Harinam will just get advented, then everything will get cleared very easily. By getting the pure Harinam Sankirtan, he'll just get inside your heart, but it won't be there at all inside your heart. Definitely some kind of fault is there. That's why it is not at all getting advented inside our heart, because pratisthasha is there inside our heart. So just definitely I'm going to speak the next week. I'll be speaking about this point again, that pratisthasha varjan, which is what Bhaktivinoda Thakur very nicely is giving the introduction regarding this. Very briefly he is speaking in front of us, that I'll be speaking in front of you very nicely. And after that, that pratisthasha varjan, that after discussing that pratisthasha varjan, what we will do up till next, that the Patelian force of our Bhagwan Prabhu, what do you mean? That who will actually save us, how they will protect us, that I will be discussing it in deep in front of you all. So this, that all those gun of Prabhus, that about which I have already told you a lot of time before. That this adharma, they are actually just following that because they don't know, all these people, that what is dharma and what is adharma. They don't know at all. They don't know about that at all. Nothing they know at all. That Bhagavad Dharma, it is so much rare and so much hidden. That Bhagavad Dharma is so much rare and hidden that external people don't know about it. What is the actual meaning of it? For pratisthasha, that in order to quit that about that I will be speaking in front of you. That what the who are the battalion force of the Krishna. Nunam means definitely, nishchitameva, know it for sure. You understand the point? And there is no interest apart from that at all. No interest is there. they don't have their own personal interest at all. So these are the actual Nijijan eternal Parshad of Bhagwan. They are like that. So this is the actual rules and regulations which we need to follow. So all those kind of eternal Parshad of Bhagwan, that Bhagwan himself speaking this point, that I am myself coming in the form of my Acharya, in the form of eternal Parshad I am coming. You just be sure that I am myself is Acharya, that in this material world I am coming in order to teach this material world as an Acharya. So next week I will be that all those battalion force, how Bhagwan is actually by preaching and by his own acharan, slowly, steadily, he has just in this whole material, in order to get the absolute mangal of this whole material, absolute mangal of this whole material world, how Bhagwan is actually making the efforts day and night. Prabhupada not at all eating, not sleeping, not drinking, nothing. Day and night he is actually doing seva. That's why in the age of 62 it looks like that he is just like 90 years. So much efforts he is doing with his eternal body. So this is very dangerous vichar. In the bhavavastha, just by getting that bhavavastha, that Krishna Anushilyan, when you are actually going to discover that Nirmali Bhut, that it is becoming more and more deeper, that bhava, that it is called prema. When the bhava is getting more and more deeper, no pratisthasa, when it is there inside your heart, anyhow your heart will just get as clear as crystal. Without pratishtha it won't be. If contamination is there, then this heart won't get cleared at all, and you will be there at that same stage only. Nothing will happen at all. So whatever be the case, up till now I'll be just giving rest up till this point today, and by the kripa of Bhagwan I'll be discussing, if I can discuss in front of you, all those important points.
Viprad disaraguna jutat arabindanavo padaravinda vimukhat sapachambarishtam vanchakalpadurvasya ke vasan patitan pavanebhyo vaishnavyo क्षमा करे वांछकल्पतरुस्य के वासन पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवभ्यो नमः।